Hello everyone. Welcome to Confessions Jury, where people put themselves on the spot, waiting for your judgment. Sit comfortably and listen carefully, as you're about to hear today's cases. You hold the hammer and you apply the law. Let us have your verdict down in the comments section. As always, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Let's head on to our first case. Case 1. Am I the bad person for refusing to drop charges in exchange for saving my family? Backstory for context. I, 33M, met my wife, 33F, in college. It was a long-term physical relationship that turned serious at the end of our senior year. After graduation, I didn't have plans, so I decided to move to her hometown, major southern city. I didn't know anybody, so we were together 24/7 and moved in together within a year. During this time, I met her family a few times. She had a huge extended family where her mom, Sharon, was the matriarch. Her dad died in a workplace accident, and her mom got a lot of money. She was smart and invested and is doing well. All of Sharon's siblings and nieces/nephews look to her for advice on all major life decisions. She's paid for school, weddings, and helped start businesses. My wife has two brothers who I always got along with. We would hang out independent of my wife a few times a year. We got married after 3 years, and when my son was born, Sharon bought us a house 3 blocks from hers. We had lived in a downtown loft-style apartment, and this was honestly a relief. But with the house came Sharon constantly being in my life. Coming in the house unannounced, unsolicited advice, and snide remarks at my expense. Eventually, 18 months later, we had a blow-up fight and I moved my family across town to an apartment. My wife was pissed and our relationship has deteriorated. Sharon hates me and has turned most of their family against me. I didn't see or go to any of her family events for over a year. My wife still saw her family, but because I wasn't invited and they were over 30 minutes away, it was much less. Sharon went from seeing her grandson almost every day to once a month. So her hate for me went through the roof. The incident. My wife had to work and I was asked to take my son to his cousin's birthday party. The party was at Sharon's house, and if it wasn't my son's first cousin, 6 months apart, I would have said no. It was tense the moment I walked in the house. Father of birthday boy, brother-in-law, greeted me, but no one else spoke to me. I didn't mind it and sat in the corner on my phone. This apparently pissed off Sharon because I was being rude. An argument ensues and I announce I'm leaving with my son. Sharon said, "You can go, but my grandbaby is staying." At this point, I lost my cool and started cursing her out. I woke up on the front lawn. Apparently, my two brother-in-laws beat the shit out of me in front of my kid. 2 of her cousins were helping me up and told me just to leave. I immediately called the police and said I was assaulted and my child was kidnapped. Police came and both brothers were arrested. Sharon lost her shit on the police and my wife drove up as her mother was being arrested for refusing to release my son. Her mom was eventually released, but her brothers were arraigned on assault charges. The father of the birthday had an assault charge from college, so he is facing some serious consequences. My wife is mad at everyone but asked me drop charges. I not only refused, but got retraining orders for all 3 of them. Her mother isn't allowed to be near our kid and her brothers have court dates early next year. Last month she moved out the house. We are now headed for divorce. Yesterday she came with one last offer, for us to move cities and start over. But only if I dropped the charges on her brothers and removed the restraining order on her mom. I told her I would think about it, but I think I would rather get divorced. I honestly want to keep my family, but I don't believe she'll ever abandon her family for me. If I drop charges now, I doubt I can bring them back later. Am I the bad person for not trying to save my family? What do you guys think? Lay down your ruling in the comments section and let's move on to our next story. Case 2. Am I the bad person for telling my ex's wife to mind her own business when she confronted me in public over my ex's mom giving me a gift for my 30th birthday? I, 30F, celebrated my birthday recently and my ex's mom stopped by to give me a very nice birthday gift. Ex and I have been divorced for 6 years, but we have 2 kids together aged 11 and 9, so it was unexpected. I got along really well with his family when we were together, and we're still friendly when we see each other, but we were never close. When Ex's mom showed up with the gift, she explained she wished we'd stayed in touch more, and she wanted to honor the mother of her grandchildren, and she wanted to show appreciation for all I've done. It was sweet, and we spoke for a little while. The gift was sentimental in nature, which made extra special to me. It was a lovely gesture, and I never expected it to cause any trouble, but it did with my ex's wife. She confronted me in Target a week ago and started cursing and yelling at me for intruding in my ex's family. She told me the only reason ex's mom would get me a gift is because I'm trying to keep my claws in ex's family instead of accepting I'm an ex. She demanded I give the gift to her or return it to ex's mom and refused to accept anything in the future. I told her to leave me alone and I walked away. She approached me again as I was heading to pay. I tried to go around her, but she put her hand on the cart and told me I wasn't walking away from her again and I would stop being so meddlesome and stop trying to push her out of her family. She told me I was nasty accepting a gift from ex's mom and I had no business allowing something like that. I interrupted her when she started to attract some attention and I told her to mind her own fucking business and stay away from me because we have no reason to talk. I paid for my stuff and left before she could confront me again. The encounter pissed me off, but I was going to let it go. Then X started texting me later in the week and he told me I needed to apologize to his wife because she's the stepmom to our kids and I shouldn't be treating her that way. I replied that I did not appreciate her behavior toward me in public and I would not be replying further. He told me I just needed to apologize and I was out of order treating her like she was wrong to have her own feelings on this. He said I had damaged the co-parenting relationship between myself and them. I know I could have ignored her. But I know apologizing won't fix anything because I still have and wear the gift, which was a mother charm bracelet. Ex's wife will insist I need to return or dispose of it to let this go. And I don't think I'm wrong for accepting it. I can accept I may have been wrong for speaking to her that way though. So am I the bad person? What do you guys think of this one? Let us know in the comments section and let's move on to our next story. Case 3. Am I the bad person for not telling my mom the secret my grandma shared before passing? About a year ago, doctors detected a malignant brain tumor in my 17F grandma's head and she was diagnosed with late-stage brain cancer. We knew that she didn't have much time to live and the doctor advised palliative. She was in a palliative care center until she died and I was visiting her every single day. About 6 months ago, I came to her room and I was the only one visiting her that day and we were talking about stuff and she asked me to search someone for her and she gave me a name. I searched for him and I found the guy. Well, it was really easy to find the dude on the internet because he was rich. I showed her the photos I found of him and asked her if this was the guy. She said that he was the one. I asked who he was. Her answer was, "Oh, that's your granddaddy." I was obviously shocked. My grandpa, her husband, died 2 years ago and my mom isn't their first child and the guy she claimed. I thought that she was joking, but she was being serious deadass. I was screaming frantically asking her if she was for real till the nurse came and shut me up. My only questions were how and why, and she told me how grandpa was treating her like the dirt on his feet, so she started having this affair with this white man that was working across the street in the big building. He was racist, but he was kinder than her husband. Everything was good until she became pregnant with his child, so she stopped, but luckily my mom came out black and no one suspected a thing and grandpa started treating her better, so she stayed. I asked her if mom knew and she said no and she will never ever tell, so I asked her why she was telling me this if she doesn't want her to know. She told me that she needed this off of her chest before she leaves, and because I looked like him, my dad's white and all of my siblings look white including me. I told her that she can't do this and hide the truth forever. She told me that she is not, but I just have to wait until she died. We talked a lot more about everything and I agreed to wait. Fast forward to now, my grandma has been dead for almost 2 months now. We knew that she would die, but it doesn't make it any easier. We all were grieving her death, but Mom and her siblings are the most affected by her death, so now I have to keep the secret to myself until they are okay. You've sat down, you've listened. Now, it's time to state your ruling. What is it gonna be? Let us have it down in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more cases like these. In life, we may run, but we can never hide from true justice. Stay safe, everyone.